You can go to jail for this stuff. My guy literally went to jail. I never thought I would be saying this, but did Logan Paul make up a new cryptocurrency? Like, what is going on? Has he got a new coin? I literally woke up, okay, as a YouTuber, as you do, and you just go on YouTube, right? And all of a sudden I'm seeing Logan Paul scam, Logan Paul this, and what is it, CoffeeZilla? I saw a video sort of pop up in regards to that, and I was just like, yeah, you know, because a lot of social media people are jumping on like Yummy Coin, all of these coins to try and make the price jump, right? And they obviously got a great deal. Once it jumps up, they then sell out and yada da 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 da. But now, like, what on earth is going on right here? So I've got a video today by Graham Stephan. I released on the 14th of July. So what? A day ago, 2 days ago, in fact. I haven't seen it. It was recommended to me, so I was like, you know what? I might as well check it out and see what's going on with this Logan Paul scam. So it's called the Logan Paul. You can see it right there. The Logan Paul cryptocurrency scam just got worse. So hit it away, Graham. What's up, you guys? Graham here. Actually, nah, probably he's gonna say in reverse. Guys, what's up? Graham here. I don't know.
What's up, Graham? It's Guys here. So I certainly did not expect to make this video today, but when I see so many people calling out this new Logan Paul cryptocurrency scam, I felt the need to throw my hat into the ring, see what this is all about, and get to the bottom of what's really going on. Because I gotta say, there's a lot happening here that is not being mentioned by anybody else. And plus, I love staying up late at night doing internet investigations on the weirdest financial stuff that you would have no idea is happening right before your eyes. Although, unfortunately, the more I looked into this, the more disappointed I was. And I have a feeling this could only go on for so much longer until eventually tactics like this are officially shut down. And right up front, I gotta say that CoffeeZilla's recent video saved me a lot of time by pointing me in the right direction from which to begin searching. So for anyone who has not seen that video, I'll link to it down below in the description. So with that said, if you guys appreciate all the research that goes into a video like this and researching Dink Doink for hours on end, just do me a favor and hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys so much. It helps out my channel a ton. And also, I want to say a big thank you to Logan.
Hold on, man. This is, first of all, Graham has such sick introductions. Like, you see the intro, it was just, it got your attention immediately. So that's really good, man. That's just top notch, man. Top notch. But Dink Doink, what on earth is going on, man? Dink Doink.
For sponsoring this video. Just kidding, guys. Video's not sponsored. Let's begin. So this all starts with a new cryptocurrency that's gaining some traction lately on social media, and it's called Dink Doink. Seriously, Dink Doink.
Stop it right there, boy. The name is Dink Doink. I mean, it's memorable, catchy, it stays in your head, and it just makes you think, what on earth is going on? I need to come up with a new, I don't know, like cryptocurrency. Maybe I'm going to name it Uhu, okay? Or what is it? Is that upside down? Yeah, there we go. Uhu. Like, it's just getting ridiculous now, honestly speaking. Guys, be careful with your money.
You would assume that it's getting some good attention, right? Like, Dogecoin built a huge community around the meme for many years. The Bitcoin community is incredibly strong, and the Ethereum network has a genius team behind it, constantly looking for new ways to expand. But Dink Doink, on the other hand, is getting quite a lot of negative attention and a lot of backlash by what many people would say is an outright scam. CoffeeZilla was one of the first channels out there to really call it out, and iDubbbz followed up with the fact that it doesn't really do anything.
Wait a second, Graham. You mean that someone created a cryptocurrency and is pumping it that actually doesn't do anything? How is that possible?
Well, I'm glad I asked that question to myself, and here's where it all begins. Go ahead and visit dinkdoink.com, and you'll be greeted by a colorful website that looks eerily similar to South Park with absolutely no affiliation to South Park. The premise here is that the Dink Doink cryptocurrency is built around a community of influencers and cartoons featuring a 2-minute-long video of Logan Paul getting kidnapped by a group of female fans while the paperclip Dink Doink comes to the rescue. Logan Paul is saved, and that's it. That's it.
Oh my days, this is so ridiculous. It's funny.
There's really not
that
much
to
traction. Like, there's a supply of 10 quadrillion Dink Doink coins in circulation. It's got a market cap of over $1 million, which, by the way, has constantly spiraled downwards over the last few days. Almost 10,000 people are holding on to it, and to top it all off, Dink Doink aims to be the first ever decentralized media franchise where token holders receive an NFT for every episode that drops. They even give you a roadmap to their success, including 8 to 10 more animated episodes, music videos, an ETH bridge, a burn return and liquidity mechanism, domestic and international marketing, decentralized content, and merchandise. Or basically, it's all the crypto buzzwords you could possibly think of that are stuffed in the first phase of success.
To get you super hyped up and to get you to invest. I was quite surprised to see close to 10,000 holders. My guess is it might increase just because of the buzz that these lot have. You know, it's influencers that we're dealing with. And they're not just baby influencers, big top influencers. So if they influence the little baby fans to buy some crypto and hold, then yeah, I don't know. We might be seeing a different. But let's see, man. Let's just see. I don't know what to expect.
Phase 2, they're basically just going to get more influencer marketing. And Phase 3, they'll make a movie, get more influencers, and they'll take advantage of viral trends. Now, as far as the fundamentals of the coin, because that's what we really care about. They say that Dink Doink is in the spirit of laziness. Dink Doink built a token that will reward you for sitting on your ass doing nothing. No staking, no vaults, no bullshit. Just sit back, relax, and watch your Dink bag grow bigger and bigger. Then, of course, behind the scenes, every transaction triggers a 10% fee, where 5% is redistributed to all the current holders in proportion to their holdings, and then 5% is staked as further liquidity. Basically, this is a way to incentivize people to buy and hold, because you need the price to go up 10% just to break even, all things being equal. And then finally, if you're sold on the idea, they end their website with instructions on how to buy Dink Doink, along with testimonials from all of your favorite influencers on how stupid the coin is and how they're all in. Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the coin doesn't really do anything, and there's no shortage of random coins out there being created on a daily basis for the sole purpose of trying to extract as much money as possible from gambling addicts. But it did strike me as a bit odd that all of Logan Paul's friends seem to be in on it together, all at the exact same time. So it's reasonable that this would raise some suspicion that it must be a pump and dump scam, and they're simply driving up the price so they could quickly offload it and make as much money as possible, right? Well, that is when I started doing my digging. I wanted to find out who was behind it because I had a feeling there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. Now, this all started from CoffeeZilla's video, who mentioned a 2-hour-long podcast featuring the CEO of Dink.
So let's see. Is there conspiracy that it is a company that came and proposed to Logan Paul, you know what, we've got an idea of this cryptocurrency. Obviously, you've got a huge name, isn't it? Like, you know a lot of people, bare people, like, in fact. So, what if we partnered up together? You gas it up, pump and dump. You're right in at the beginning, so meaning you're going to make a killing. Imagine you put 10 million, like 20 million. You can literally turn this into a 100 million investment. Are you down? He's like, I'm down. Or my other sort of, you know, suspicion is just purely Logan Paul from the beginning. Just like the CEO of that, Social Boxing Gloves or something like that, that Austin and Catherine, you know, the Ace family did. And apparently he ended up being the CEO and scammed a lot of boxers out of the money and all of that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then YouTube it, you see. But I do have to let you know that we smashed Graham's like button on this video. Let's make sure we smash the like button on this video because Graham is just delivering that fire content right now. And yeah, let's get back to the video.
Dink Doink. And at 28 minutes and 37 seconds, he says this.
I was chilling with Logan, and we were like, what's the stupidest name we could think of for like a coin, right? Oh my God, his name's Dink Doink. And it just came alive. Like Logan designed the character on his phone on Snapchat.
So at this point, we know that Logan Paul is at least somewhat involved with the creation of the coin, and we know he's friends with the creator. So who is the creator? Well, if we go to the Dink Doink Telegram, he just calls himself DDCEO_69 and doesn't give us any indication of who he actually is. So instead, I went to Twitter and I searched back to try to find anything that would give me some indication of who he is, and then I found this. The Crypto Puffin asks, who is the CEO of Dink? To which General Dink replies, LATX91, a close friend of Logan Paul. Boom, we're on to something. So that takes us to a Twitter page, The Truth Experiment, who has a history of reposting Dink Doink memes and other crypto commentaries, so we know this has to be our guy. I then turned to Google, and with a quick search of The Truth Experiment Logan Paul, it takes us to a podcast by Chris D. Comedy with, you guessed it, Jake Broido, aka The Truth Experiment, aka the potential alleged CEO and creator of Dink Doink. Now, I don't want to say with 100% certainty that he's the only one behind the coin, but I believe there's a strong likelihood he is based off the information I'm about to share. It's obvious that him and Logan are friends, they're creating a currency together, so what's the problem? Well, that is where we get into the original Chris D. Comedy interview that I mentioned a few moments ago, which, by the way, was posted on April 20th, exactly 69 days before Logan Paul tweeted about it, calling it the dumbest, most ridiculous Bitcoin I've ever seen, and that's why I'm all in. You can't even make this stuff up. Like, what are the chances this is posted on 420, and then 69 days later, Logan Paul tweets about it? Like, this is a sort of internet investigation work that I think deserves a like on the video, if you haven't done that already. Anyway, at 24 minutes and 30 seconds in, he jokes about starting his own cryptocurrency, and then he says this.
Coins, by the way, are only legal if they have utility. The difference between, like, the SEC will shut you down if your coin looks and feels like a stock. That's illegal. That means it's a security. Crypto coins are supposed to have utility. They're supposed to use them. That's what makes it legal.
And that's where, in my opinion, we hit one of the first problems. Now, it's obvious at this point that everyone involved has made it wildly clear that Dink Doink is a stupid idea, it's a useless coin, it doesn't really do anything, and it was built around the
So it's like saying the truth and then expecting people will just get on with it. So meaning, guys, it's stupid. It's literally like the worst coin, the worst investment ever. Knowing that because people are realizing, slowly have realized that these meme coins has a tendency to spike and jump up and it's made a lot of millionaires, and the fact that they're just up front about it and they're honest that, guys, it's literally the most stupid thing. Like, I wouldn't even like invest in it, but I'm fully invested anyways. So subliminally, you might as well invest, because imagine, like, it's just like the stupid coins, the silly little coins like Dogecoin, and it made millionaires. And if you miss out on it, then you might not be a million. You see what I mean? So it's like kind of reverse psychology. That's what I'm getting from it anyways. Kind of like, not even kind of, it literally is. It's the most silliest, dumbest bling, blah, 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 but I'm all in on it. So you should technically also be all in on it. I mean, if I've got all these fans and I'm all in and you don't have all these fans, what are you doing with yourself? That kind of idea, which is evil in my point of view.
Let's just make something as ridiculous as possible and then just see what happens. But here's where it starts going wrong. On the one hand, during the interview with Steven Steele, he talks about his passion for the project, how he truly believes that this is the movement that people have been waiting for, and then he follows it up by saying,
maybe we can create something that sticks together for a long time, that always has attention and is popular, so you can have trust in it and it can grow and become a very meaningful example of maybe how to utilize community as the first priority.
And then shortly after that, he says this.
Logan and I are being very cautious about how we roll this out to ensure that, you know, that chart is our reputation, and that's how I feel right now.
Well, despite him saying that he wants to be really careful about the launch and how he wants us to stick around for a long time and how it has the potential to grow to something bigger, this is how it was actually promoted.
That's what I'm doing. This is a coin I believe in.
The hottest, newest coin of 2021 is Dink Doink.
Dink Doink is going to the f***ing moon.
Who's gonna stop?
It's funny how they're all saying the same thing. It's like you can literally tell they all just went all in. Oh, obviously not all in. I'm sure they're even not that dumb enough to go all in on their own coin, all right? But they've invested a lot of money in, and they are pumping the heck out of it. So I'm quite curious to see what's going to happen to this coin. Is it going to go to the moon? Is it not? Is it worth putting £1 or $1 in it, or $10 or $100? I mean, so far I've been telling people cryptocurrency is dangerous. Okay, you can potentially lose all your money. Be prepared, in fact, to lose all your money. So don't say I didn't warn you, but invest in what you want. I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever you want with your damn money.
Logan and I are all in. Disney 3.0.
And he even adds even more fuel to the fire by saying this.
I can't wait for people to tell their friends who aren't in crypto, like, you don't get it. I just bought a house off a coin called Dink Doink, and their Twitter handle was DinkDoink69.
So in my mind, this is where it starts going downhill, like the price chart of Dink Doink. The issue from my perspective is that you have a cryptocurrency, openly started as a joke, while forcing together a community of friends to bring awareness around something which they all openly call a poop coin, and you know what, that's okay, because they're calling it for what it is. There's no hiding the fact the entire thing is ridiculous, and they own up to that. But it's confusing, on the other hand, to talk about the importance of your reputation, carefully rolling it out, and making sure it's all done correctly, versus how it was actually promoted, which was a cluster of influencers all telling each other it's going to the moon, or implying that, hey, you might be able to buy a house one day with Dink Doink. It's the same thing as saying, hey, you might get struck by lightning tomorrow as you're walking to cash in your winning Mega Millions lottery ticket. It could happen, it's not exactly impossible, but it's confusing when people get mixed signals between this appearing like a pump and dump and this being a funny inside joke that maybe doesn't translate as well outside the friend group. So first we need to address the allegations of this being a scam. And I will say objectively, there was nothing here that I could find that points to this being an outright scam. Now yes, CoffeeZilla did discover that the top 4 Dink Doink wallets hold over half of Dink Doinks in circulation, but there is no evidence that I could find that shows that any of them dumped or sold the coins while they actively promoted it. Now, if I'm wrong about that, I'm absolutely willing to pin a top comment here on the video with evidence that this happened. But as of now, I just don't see anything that supports that. From my perspective, these guys all have money and they're not stupid. I don't think they would risk their reputation and potential jail time to make a few $100,000 promoting a junk coin. People sometimes forget about how much money someone like Logan Paul makes along with his entire crew. And for them, longevity is way more valuable than a quick profit from pumping a cryptocurrency. Even if
that's very true. You forget often, you often forget how business minded like these guys are. These are not just normal YouTubers, okay? And for Graham, obviously, like it's clear. He's not just, he's thinking of longevity. He's been mentioning that since I've been watching him, like what, sub 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's been mentioning that, hey guys, it's a lot better for you to think of the long term, to want to stick around for the long haul, basically, rather than just short, quick, try and flip people off and then you're off, make your quick bucks, because you can easily realize that long term, 20, 30, 40 years, however long his YouTube journey is going to be, he's going to make way more compared to if he just, make $1 million, make a 2 million or whatever it is, and then scam a bunch of people out of stuff. So Logan Paul, along with his other friends, they all understand this, hence to why they're diversifying. They're moving to podcasts. They're trying to use their audience as a transition. So meaning they know that they used to do children-like content, and now those children have now grown up, so they're like, you know what, let's take them on a journey. So meaning, let's convert our fan base, because they've grown up, they're no longer children, they're no longer going to be watching all this funny, weird vlogs that we do. Let's create a podcast where we talk about serious stuff, where we bring up like serious people, entrepreneurs, Mike Tyson, things like, you see what I mean? Cool, interesting things. They are business minded, so they're making a killing right now, and they're very, very smart. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen to Dink Doink in the near future, but let's see.
Of a scam, a deceptive scheme or trick used to cheat someone out of something, especially money. And from what I could see, there's no misinformation being spread about what the coin is and what it does. It's stupid. It's an attempt at a joke. It's fairly useless. It could attract a community, and there's an entire show dressed up like South Park to promote the character Dink Doink. Now, technically, they have to do it this way, otherwise they're in violation of the SEC by promoting a security. But from what I can tell, they have not misled anyone, and people know exactly what they're buying into. At some point, people have to take personal responsibility for their actions, and if you lost money by investing in Dink Doink, then that's a good lesson not to do that again. Now, where I do think they went wrong was in their incessant marketing that it could go to the moon, or how they're all in, or how Dink Doink could be the future. And personally, I believe that sort of marketing just completely ruined it. It just felt forced, and the fact that all of them started promoting it around the exact same time with enthusiasm I never even know existed just brings about a lot of skepticism. Now, I hate to be the Debbie Downer here, but we gotta be real. At some point, the SEC is gonna start taking a look at some of these coins a lot more seriously, and they'll have to start issuing fines and potential jail time for this type of promotion. Like, if this were a stock or any type of security, this would warrant immediate action by the SEC. But because you disguise it under the veil of a currency with an actual utility purpose, the SEC can't get involved because first, it has a purpose other than ownership rights being bought and sold for a profit, and second, it's decentralized, so who exactly do you go after? I pretty much guarantee they had their legal team reviewing this very closely, and right now, the cryptocurrency market is like the wild, wild west. You could pretty much get away with saying anything, and as long as Logan Paul didn't get paid to promote this coin, it's pretty much all legal. To me, it just doesn't make any legal sense how someone is able to create create a completely useless currency, pay influencers to
And
promote
run
it,
with
and then
it.
sell it for a profit while unsuspecting people are left holding the bag. I just can't see this continuing for that much longer. Now, I want to make it very clear there is nothing here that indicates that's what Logan and all of his friends are doing with Dink Doink. But there are way too many unscrupulous people in the industry not to question every single coin that's being offered right now. And it doesn't make it any better that all of them nonchalantly say, not financial advice. As if Bernie Madoff could have just disclosed that at the end of his Ponzi scheme and somehow gotten away with it.
My guy legit did jail time, man, for that. Like, it's yeah. When I'm lost for words, man. We're living in a very interesting time where things like this is even like being covered. Like, it's mad.
I hope that in the
I don't know
future
what to
there's
say.
more transparency in terms of how influencers are being compensated, if anything, what their relationship is to the token they're promoting, and if they're going to do something that will have a material impact on the price, that should be disclosed ahead of time, just like you would any stock or security. And lastly, let me just say this. There is no surprise with what you're getting here. You're buying into a coin called Dink Doink, promoted by Logan Paul and his friends. It shouldn't be a shock if this goes down in value and you lose money. Coins like this are entirely driven by speculation and the frequency by which someone tweets about it going to the moon. So if you do buy something like this, it's no different than going to the casino or buying a lottery ticket. Just assume that your money is gone, and it's purely for entertainment purposes. But if we are going to take this seriously, I just think it lacks the first mover advantage of originality. At least with Dogecoin, it was the first joke coin that never intended on being anything. But it just so happened to organically gain traction on its own as people just happened to have found it and it matured over many years. With this, it just seems forced, almost as though there's some sort of ulterior motive that we should be made aware of, and that's where things start falling apart. Cryptocurrency needs time to mature, and anything that
guys, I'll let you guys watch the ending of the video on Graham's channel, so it pushes, well, the little viewers that we get on this channel anyways, to go over there and subscribe and show Graham some love and all of that. But it's pretty much the video. I'm sure he's just gonna sum things up in the 1 minute or whatever it is left of that video. But look, my take on it is, if you are crazy enough, and I say crazy and I mean it, if you're crazy enough to put some money into this, then put money that you're willing to lose. Full stop. There's no other way around it, because you're most likely going to lose your money. But it could be, because we're dealing with crazy influences, it could be one of those things where some random magical one unicorn with a rainbow tattooed on his butt, mystical being, lucky, random, whatever chance that this goes to the moon, and maybe you might hit yourself because you had like maybe a spare £100 or $100 you could have just dumped into this, and it would have turned into, like, I don't know, 10 grand or 100 grand even. So invest carefully, okay? That's all I have to say. I'm not a financial advisor, like we all say, because it's true. It's your money, your hard-earned money. Do what you want with it. You're not being forced to do anything. So invest wisely and carefully, and you should be all right, guys. All right? But be sure to check out that awesome video right here. That awesome video right here. Subscribe button is right there. One more time. Thank you so much for watching. Check out all the links in the description down below. And peace out, guys.